Okay guys, for this video, note video is about writing equations, more specifically how to write systems of equations. If you remember from previous lessons, a system just means two or more equations. So before we were dealing with one, and now we're going to have two. So given a word problem, you're going to have to translate it and write the equations out with math operations. Here's going to be the steps for you to do that. Go ahead and write this information down. There are two steps, and then there's some helpful information for you that you probably need to know. So, step one says you need to identify the variables. And for us, it's going to be two different things. So we need to identify the two different things the word problem is talking about. And then you just have to write two equations given that information. And I'll show you how to do that. But underneath here is some important information that will help you out. If you are given a word problem with money, make sure that all the money goes with the money, that they're in the exact same equation, not mixed up in the different equations. Also, the total goes with the total. So make sure if you're adding tickets or if you're adding coins, that all that total information goes in one equation. You also might see a perimeter problem. I know it'll be on your test and you'll see that you like to use it. You can do perimeter two different ways. You can do it 2w plus 2l. Or you could flip it 2l plus 2w, doesn't matter. Or you also might see it like this bottom way, which we don't show that often, but you might see it. So it's 2 parentheses l plus w. Real quickly, I'm going to show you that this bottom one and this top one are the same. Just to show you real quick, this is distribution, because the number is outside the parenthesis. 2 times w is 2w, and 2 times l is 2l, equals p. And doesn't that look exactly like the first one? So it's the same thing. Don't let it kind of freak you out by the fact that it looks different. So we're going to go ahead and try a word problem using these steps. So I have my helpful information on the left, and then I have a word problem up here. Might be hard to see, but I'll read it for you. It says Samantha has 15 pounds of bananas and oranges. That costs a total of $25.85. If bananas are $1.50 a pound and oranges are $2 a pound, how much of each did she buy? This is a very typical systems question. Okay, they give you two different things with different prices and totals, and they want you to figure out the information. So let's go ahead with our steps. The first one is to identify the variables. So what two things are we talking about? Well, if you look at the word problem, it's pretty clear that we're talking about bananas and we're talking about oranges. So those are my two things. Now, some people will use B for bananas and O for oranges or A for, what doesn't matter. I'm going to go ahead and just use X and Y. And to remind myself, I'm going to write it down. X is bananas, technically pounds of bananas, and Y equals oranges. Okay, because we don't know how many pounds of each they bought. Now we're going to write our two equations. So the first sentence says that she bought 15 pounds of bananas and oranges. So right off we know that if we add up the bananas plus the oranges, that it should equal 15 pounds. Okay, so it kind of total goes to the total. If you add them all up, it should be 15 pounds of fruit there for you. We also know that bananas are $1.50 a pound. So when we write that out, we put $1.50 per pound of banana, so $1.50x, because that's bananas, plus, and its oranges are $2 a pound, so plus $2 for oranges equals, and then this is where the money goes with the money is important. These are both money, or numbers that represent money. So the other total money is up here, $25.85. Alright, so we have two equations, because equal sign equations, from a system. Now sometimes that'll be enough. You just have to pick that answer choice, and sometimes you'll have to go a bit further. In the next note video, we'll show you how to solve these by graphing.